So this is a couple of cold ones. Tonight, we do a bonus show with Corey and Leon. Now, if you don't know what this is just a freeform bullshit session. We'll talk about movies and whatnot, events of the week. But most of the time, we're just kind of cooling out and just talking about nonsense because we're selfish and we think we want to hear that.
Us hanging out, a couple of old friends who see each other every week, but who still have plenty to talk about after that.
So this is a long kind of a broadcast. So just understand that it's going to be about anything. We don't know where it's going to go. So if you can deal with that, fine. Please join us. Okay, so a lot of people were asking where Leon is. So we're doing a bonus, a couple of cold ones, or as everybody's starting to call it on the site, a cocoa.
A cocoa. Yeah. I love that. Everything gets a little short anagram now. Is that the right term for it? Whatever, we're just like a KFC
acronym.
Yeah, acronym. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like KFC and all. Yeah, and then they gave us the gayest one out there, the cocoa. so I think a lot of people are gonna like this because I enjoyed doing the cold ones last night with everybody except you and of course Carlisle. But it's just something about doing it with one other person.
I mean, call me a prima donna, but there were just too many goddamn people for the one last night. I'm like, I'm not coming out for that.
It worked out a whole lot better than I thought it would.
That's cool.
But I'm just so used to sitting up there with Carlisle and him and I just kind of just cooling out, man. And last night it was like juggling. I was like, okay, you shut up and you talk, and having co-hosts there.
See, that's
that thing is a handful, man.
Yeah, you know what? I love the co-host in concept. But actually working with his ass, not so good.
No.
Listen. Here's a rule of thumb: something made in Korea, it's pretty good. Made in Mexico, not so much.
Yeah, y'all didn't know that, did you? Co-host was actually made in Mexico. Well, somebody asked, where was co-host made or created or something? We'll get into his backstory a little bit later, but it was a chop shop, basically.
Yeah, Tijuana chop shop.
In fact, when we found him, he had all kind of graffiti on him and shit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to knock out two birds with one stone because you actually came over to do the Miss Pettigrew review.
Yeah.
But we had the idea of like, why not just go ahead and do a one-on-one here?
Yeah, just keep the party going.
Yeah, exactly. We got some interesting things came up anyway from after we did it last night. Some people have wrote in with some questions, and good. I didn't get to them until we had already recorded. As a matter of fact, Alex Hacker, you know Alex.
Yes, I do.
Alex will ride your ass for an answer until you answer, and he repeats the same thing over and over again. He wanted me to answer a question, and after I guess he heard it or knew it was late, he started emailing me and saying, "Did you get my email? Do you have time to answer it? Got another one after that. Did you get my email? You have time to answer it? This morning, did you get my email? You got time to answer it?"
I don't have Alex Hacker ride me like that. It's that guy Chris. Come to my website. I'm not spamming you, but come to my website.
Oh man, we went over a long thing about him last night, and I want to treat him delicately. Did you see the video he left?
No, I didn't. I got to apologize to people because they've been like, "Hey, where you been?" And I have kind of been out of it with the site for the last couple of days because I did something like I never do. I slept.
Oh, what was that like?
It was awesome, man. I forgot what it was like to sleep.
I've heard of this thing called sleep.
It was weird. It was like after pushing myself, I had 3 days where my body just said, "Screw you, I'm going to sleep." So I'm just re-entering the world here.
All right. Well, I understand that, man. Believe me, if I could go to this wondrous place called sleep, I would do it.
No, it's awesome. You got to book some travel there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. They rub your feet there and everything?
They do. Have a midget rub your belly after you eat.
Oh, okay. I don't want to go there. This kid, Chris sent a video. Now, I don't know if you ever saw this video where he apologized.
No.
Oh, it scared me. I felt so bad for this kid.
Oh, no.
First of all, he's about 10 years old. If you heard
really?
couple of cold ones, you guys have heard this already, but I'm going to go over it again. He's about 10 years old. He sent this video to us where he was saying, "Spill crew, I am so sorry for what I did. I would never want to do anything to bring this great site down. And I just want you to know I truly, truly apologize. And it looked like he was on the verge of tears.
Oh, no.
And it turns out Cyrus actually sent him this email saying, look, I don't want to go to your fucking site. I don't want to do your fucking list. Okay, maybe I'm making it a little bit harder. This kid, Chris, he was actually sending him a lot of emails, but Cyrus just had enough. And he was saying, we like you. We're glad you're here, but I can't do this.
Well, that's the thing. Because I remember writing to Chris, because he would send things out that would be all caps. And I'm like, stop yelling at me. I mean, listen, everybody out there, if you're going to send an email that's all caps or if things are going to be misspelled, Cyrus is going to be the one to jump on your ass about it.
Yeah, he's the Nazi about that.
He is. I mean, maybe Nazi's a bit strong, but.
No, I like that word, Nazi. Let's use it for him. He's got a little mustache and everything when he's on there typing to you.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's the guardian.
Yeah.
So he's the watchdog. He's Cerberus, the 3-headed dog who's making sure that you don't fuck up and do something like that.
Yeah. And the deal with us is that we don't really hold back on a lot of things. We don't hold back on profanity. No. Sometimes we get a little dirty. We don't do things like allow pornography on the site, but other than that, we can get pretty explicit sometimes.
Sure. But within reason.
But within reason.
I try to temper it some.
No, I do too. No, and it's nothing that, damn, you kids, man, we see you in the rated R movies these days.
Yeah, we know what the score is.
Yeah, you've heard all this before.
You got bad parents who don't want to take the time to keep you from things you shouldn't have. Half the time they like, hey, leave me alone, go watch some TV, go play that goddamn Xbox I just spent $400 on so you can leave me alone and let me have my time.
Exactly, yeah, kill your parents. No, we can't, don't do that. No, we're joking. But we know that you've heard a lot of this stuff, but we do have to keep in mind a lot of times that, wow, there are kids on here who are 10 years old, or maybe even younger. And so we can't always tell that from when you email us.
Exactly.
And sometimes we'll get mad and maybe we'll come at you a little bit hard. And Cyrus did that to this kid, Chris, and broke his ass down.
Oh, man, that makes me sad.
And I had to email him back and I said, Chris, you've been a little bit too hard on yourself, man. It's okay. And it's amazing on this site. We haven't had any interaction with 99% of you people on there, but we can feel the body language from when you write us. And you could feel him shrugging because you could see him with his head down, and Chris was just kind of like, oh, it's okay, man. I really don't want to talk about it right now. It's just like, oh, I wish I was here to just, take this kid on my shoulder and be like, it's okay, buckle up, man.
But you know what? It sounds like he still had a more mature reaction than some members, like Shangri-La. I don't know if he's still on here.
Boy, I don't even want to mention that dude's name.
I know I need to mention anything about him too, because I was having good conversations with him. But anybody says something negative to him, he flips out, cancels his account, and it comes back again later, 2 days later.
But it got to a point now for those new members who weren't here back as far as what, December maybe?
Yeah.
As far as December, yeah, something major went down in December. There's this guy Shangri-La, and I hope he ain't out there because that dude's a pain in the ass.
Oh, I know. No. If there's going to be like that one member who stalks and kills us, Shangri-La's going to be that one.
He would be the one. He's infamous now. The infamous Shangri-La. He not only did he at the drop of a dime, he would get mad.
He's like Robin Williams in 1 Hour
Photo. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen 1 Hour Photo, Robin Williams was this dude who wanted to be close to people, but he was emotionally disturbed. So whenever something pissed him off, he would freak the fuck out. And Shangri-La would come on and be like, hey, I love you guys. This is a great site. I'm having a lot of fun. Fuck you, if you don't do this for me, I'm going to fucking kill all of you. Because something would happen. This guy disrespected me. And if you're not going to do something about it, I'm going to come back and I'll fucking burn this place down. And we were like, I tried to write him back and I said, hey, man, it's okay. Look, we're trying to do what we can. But why don't you do this? Why don't you just settle down, think about it, and just kind of ignore what's bothering you right now? Because I can guarantee you, if I say be cool, they're going to be cool. No, fuck you. If you can't do what I want you to do, then fuck all of you. I'm going to take matters in my own hand. And in matters he did, because not only did he come back several times as Shangri-La, but when people got to notice that, he came back as other members. Like like Chick Champa, he took on his identity.
You see, it was Chick Champa was one who pissed him off, and it was hard for me to say anything back because like Chick Champa is one of my favorite members. Which now that I think about it, I haven't heard anything from Chick Champa in a while, man.
Got an email from him yesterday. He's back. We talked about him
Is
yesterday.
he back? Yeah. Thank God.
Well, he hasn't really left. He just says, I'm in the middle of a town where they don't do shit when you're having internet problems. So trying to get a call back is like waiting for the second coming of Jesus. These are his words. So he says, I'm still around.
I tell you what, man, every time that guy writes something, he makes me laugh.
Oh,
he could be the biggest asshole in the world, but he cracks me up.
Oh, yeah. No, and Chick Champa pissed him off. So Chick Champa, it was funny because he didn't take it out on Chick Champa as much. Predator and Lily said something to him like, why don't you settle down? And what did he do on Lily's page? 7 pages of bitch.
Oh my God.
Predator tried to say something to him. What did he have on Predator's page? 7 pages of faggot. Predator said, man, I had to go... Predator said I had to go back and erase my pages to get him off.
Oh, God.
And Predator had done something. Now, this was the coolest thing. I was in New York at the office at the time, and Predator had done something where he got us on Google at the top of the search engine. And
cool.
Predator didn't know. So Predator said, man, I had to take my page down and replace it because this guy, Shangri-La, is messing it up. And the Jamie, the site manager, he's like, fuck, man, did you erase the Cloverfield article?
Oh, no.
And I said, I didn't erase it. I said, he did.
Yeah, Cloverfield was what the argument started over. Because Shangri-La was like, I'm the one who's talked about Cloverfield more than this. And,
that's
Chick
right.
Champa was like, no, you haven't. Cyrus brought this up several times. And then went ahead and linked to all the places where he didn't prove it wrong. And that's what Shangri-La was saying, like, I will not stand for this. And if you spill, people won't do something about it, then I will.
That dude, man,
we laughing about it, but you know he's gonna do something to sabotage.
He's
all
gonna.
this.
Yeah, I have a feeling because somebody told me the first time he came onto the site, he talk about stepping on incorrect, man. I mean, he came on as the terrorist. Now I don't know if this is the same dude. I don't know. I'm scared to even blame him because he's gonna come back and be a real terrorist after that. But,
yeah, no kidding.
But Deadpool came on and told me. He said, "Hey man, I just want you to know that guy Shangri-La, he came on as a terrorist, and early on we had somebody who came on and said, 'Fuck America, a jihad on you all. I am the terrorist.'" And he had all these anti-American images, and of course I took it down immediately. But
yeah.
So I don't think that is really Shangri-La, but I know that Shangri-La and Deadpool were the first ones to really get into it at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think something happened between them. And then it just escalated. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm almost scared to bring up. I'm scared if I say Shangri-La 3 times, he's gonna pop up like Beetlejuice.
Well, it is funny that like we have like he is our guy who's the bad apple because we got a lot of really good members. Like
which one is the bad apple?
Shangri-La.
Oh, Shangri-La. Oh yeah. Well, he's gone. I don't even think he's on here anymore.
Right. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Unless he's like someplace planning something.
Lurking in the background.
Yeah. It'd be one of those like we'd be at a payphone and it'll ring and it'd be like, yes, Corey, you better hop on that bus and make sure it drives at 50 miles an hour and never below, or else it's gonna blow up.
Huh? Like I'm in my car. He's watching me from across the street. Yeah, don't cut that engine off. Yeah, keep going. Speed up. I'm about to hit a gate. Too bad. But no.
I make a lot of these sites like Ain't It Cool? Like like the people who write into that site, like they're all a bunch of assholes. I mean, not the Ain't It Cool people. I'm talking about like the talkbackers. And what we got like a lot of cool people on our site. And they help police it, they help add to it, and I'm just appreciative.
Oh no, all you people out there! I mean, really, we've had only one bad experience. I've had people put porn up on the site. I said take it down, and they did.
Yeah, they do.
I've had people come in and they mess with somebody else, and I say, yeah, this person's kind of feeling bad, and they've done it. People have come in and told us like, hey, this is these pictures are on here. This person's kind of acting weird, and yeah, you're right. I pretty much everything you said. What am I doing? But I think it's the difference between us and any other site out there is because we are fully interactive with these people.
Yeah.
And we don't have to talk to people individually all the time, but because we just remain a presence and we're always cool to people out there. I mean, I think people take that and they just act accordingly to the environment that you create.
Sure.
So if you want to, I think on other sites where you have people who do comments and talkbacks, I think people are already in a mode where they want to be combative with people who are on the site. If they don't agree with somebody out there, they get pissed off.
The internet shields people. It gives them that anonymity that lets them act out in a way they never would otherwise. Because if you were to personally get in their face, they would totally back down. Like, I don't even know why I wrote that.
Yeah. No, I've had one person get mad at me, and I tried to say I'm sorry, and he didn't really accept it, but I just stopped responding to him.
Yeah,
and he didn't cause any trouble.
No.
In fact, I can tell you who it is. A guy named Ryan. He was cool. So, So
Ryan Quarterman?
No, not Ryan Quarterman. No, that guy's awesome. No,
I like that dude.
No, it's a guy just named Ryan. But yeah, people, basically.
As long as we're calling out individual members, I just want to give a shout out to my Leonettes.
Oh, who?
Well, they know who they are.
Well, call them out. Go ahead.
Well, there's Miss Michelle and Anita Michelle. They're my main two. And, there's Lizzie and then Angela Henson. I included her in the group, too.
Oh, yeah. No, all those people are nice.
Yeah. No. I enjoyed, chatting back and forth with them.
I'm sorry, people, if it seems like we are, because we're not trying to make an inside talk or inside joke. I mean, if anything, we're just trying to show that we appreciate everybody out there. And this community, as much as I've been on the site, on the internet, I've never been on anything like this myself.
Yeah, right.
Not to pat ourselves on the back, but it's just kind of fun being in here and having all these people. I mean, it's like, what you don't understand, people, is that we used to do a show a long time ago, and it was a television show. It was an access show, so it was like television that we paid for to do.
Yeah, but it was unique in the fact that, we were on live for 1 hour. It was a fun comedy show, but we had a live audience. But even before we had the live audience, what made the show unique was, at the end of the show, we would say, hey, anybody out there who's watching the show, you want to come hang out with us? We're going to be at this place. Come on down. And we welcomed everybody.
Yeah.
So it was like a party that you watched on the air, and then you got to join in to later if you wanted to come.
And it got big. I mean, I can't tell you how many lifelong friends we've made from it so far. People met each other, got married by meeting each other on the show, and kids being born on the show. No, not but yeah. So so we this is just a bigger version of what we've had, and we just kind of brought that whole attitude in and bring it to you, and we're just having fun talking about you guys because. I mean, so many unique personalities on there that we've made friends with that we've never actually met face to face.
Exactly.
But it's just a cool feeling. So it's kind of fun talking about you guys.
It is. And hey, Buzzkill, if you got some more videos out there, get them posted. I'm missing those.
I think I pissed Buzzkill off.
Did you? Why'd you do that?
I told her one day she had a video where she just went nuts on that. You know she gets crazy sometimes.
Yeah, she does. She got she gets back on her meds and she's cool.
But that's the thing. I said I still see you at your goddamn mind because she had been gone for a while and she just came back on. Screw you, Kari. Screw you. I mean, she could have been joking.
Yeah,
I don't know, but anyway, enough about it. It all came. This all spawned from us talking about this kid Chris, and Chris was okay, and Chris actually. You're right. For being a 10-year-old kid and being as upset as he was, at least he didn't come on, well, fuck all of you. I don't care. I'm going to tell my mom. Wasn't anything like that. He actually came on. I don't know. He actually came on.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he came on. He's like, he bucked up and you could tell it was hard for him.
Yeah.
But you like, I mean.
Hey, that's what being a man is being able to pull together and admit you were wrong and be willing to make amends and move on.
I mean, he didn't do anything wrong, really, I don't think, but it carried the weight of like, Rodney King and Michael Richards.
Jesus.
When he came, that's the kind of when he came on, he just stumbled over his words. I don't know. I didn't mean to call them niggers. But he's a good guy, man. So Chris, I think he emailed me tonight, and he's fine. He's over with it.
Good.
Made fun of a guy named Rocket Car. Rocket Car, you didn't sound like that. Last night I was talking about. I've been asking for help on how to take calls.
Yeah.
And either play them later or play them while we're doing the show. Or
take calls, really?
Yeah. The technology is there. I just have to logistically find a way to do it.
Okay.
And I don't know how. Got a whole bunch of audio equipment here. Don't know what the fuck to do with it. How you work this shit? But so I've been asking people for some advice on that. And this guy, Rocket Car, said, I got some ideas. And I said, well, can I call you? And he's like, yeah. And I over-exaggerated. I said, I called him up and I said he sounded like, I said, hey, this is Corey from Spill. Can I talk to you? And he's like, Now, granted, he did seem like he was in a rush.
Yeah.
Seemed like he was in the middle of masturbating or something. but he didn't sound like that. He didn't sound like somebody had a gun to his head or something. And he emailed me tonight, and he's like,
just imagine him having Van Helsing in the DVD player, and he's almost about to bust a nut near you. You are calling. I don't know what to. Should I answer the call or should I finish? Or
yeah, he's probably like got one hand on the joystick and the other hand on the phone. It's like he just can't stop, But anyway, okay. See, we being nasty.
See, now we're being gross.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course. Now
please edit that out.
I know, I'm staying. I know we're going out like Harold and Kumar level right here. But he emailed tonight. He said did I really sound like that? And then and I thought he was kind of joking at first, and then he went on and said, well, anyway, I got some more ideas. I hope that worked out for you. You should try out what I said, and good luck with all that. And really, did I sound like that? And I was like, oh shit, okay, all right. Well, I could tell he was a little bit irritated. Rocket Car, my apologies. You did not. You were all man when I called you. Okay.
Yeah, it's with a lot of bass in his voice.
Yeah.
What
Exactly.
Corey? Who? Oh yeah, I know you.
Yeah, it's like it's not like it was a prison call or something. What? Like Suge Knight was answering the phone or something. Okay, hold on. Ooh. So what we want to do here was, like, as I said, we want to talk about do kind of a cold one with you, and then do our review of
Mrs. Pettigrew.
What is that? Lives for a Day. Okay. So we want to do that, and when we're finished with the review, we'll come back and we'll answer a couple of emails, cover some loose ends, and then we'll be done for the night. But damn, this computer's overheating again. Let me run and get the cold pack real quick. All right, y'all, we had to move down to the basement because, like we did last night, because I felt myself holding back because the neighbor people know this. If I haven't mentioned it already, I think I have, but if I haven't, I got a warning saying either be quiet or get the fuck out. No, I was going to have to pay a $50 fine.
A $50 fine? Seriously?
Yeah, I'm going to call and try and straighten this out, but because I understand we're doing this late at night, and I don't want to disturb them, but at the same time, I'm not going to be chased out of my goddamn home.
Is it a husband and wife?
No, it's just a woman.
Oh.
And a cat.
Oh,
I think I'm disturbing the cat more than anything.
That might make it hard then. Although, I mean, if it was like a husband and wife, you could go to him and say like, hey man, you need to keep your bitch under control. You could threaten him all you want and make him feel weak that he's letting the woman control him.
Maybe I can go to the cat. Hey, man, you need to keep your bitch under control.
But you go to that woman, you just like, look here. Do you want me to rape you? Because I'll do it.
Damn, Leon. I'll tell you what. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. You just sit right there.
I'm just telling you what to say. I ain't gonna do it.
And watch, I'm the one that ends up getting raped.
Well, yeah, when you go to jail after she reports you.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about her. She had a pool stick. She pulled me in and it was all over.
Man, how dare she? Doesn't she realize the art we're trying to create over here?
Like you said, we're making magic right here.
Exactly.
How dare she? No,
Philistine.
No, I'm a good neighbor, man. I'm trying to be
like
understanding.
State Farm.
Yeah, like a good neighbor. Cora's up in your ass. But so, what were you doing? We talking about Miss Pettigrew.
Yes.
Miss Pettigrew
lives for a day.
It's old proper shit here,
I
man.
know.
Man. Okay. I didn't ask you what you thought about the movie when we walked out. Did you not like this as much as I did?
You didn't notice me sleeping through most of it?
Well, we sleep through everything. I mean, we don't get enough sleep as it is.
True, but you know what? Here's the thing. I love period pieces. Mm-hmm. And I love Frances McDormand. Mm-hmm. And I especially love Amy, what's her name now?
Winehouse. No, I don't.
No.
Amy Adams?
Amy Adams. I
mean,
she's like this major talent that just come onto the scene.
Came out of nowhere. And
I hated this movie.
Okay, I don't think I hated it, but here's the problem with the movie for me. They're doing Screwball. And Screwball just ain't got no place in this time and day.
It's not even so much Screwball. I mean, it's clearly taken from something written a long time ago. And then, and it's a period piece, but there needs to be some kind of updating. It's like they're basically what you're saying is there's not really a place for this type of comedy anymore. There is a way to do it, but they didn't pull it off well.
How do you do this? Well, first of all, let's tell about the movie. So I guess Miss Pettigrew, I don't know what her deal is.
Miss Pettigrew is basically like a homeless English woman who can't get her shit together with this employment agency because whenever they send out on jobs, she screws them up and they like, we ain't even gonna send you out on no more jobs. But she takes one more job being a housekeeper, like steal somebody else's job they're supposed to take. Yeah, being a housekeeper for some American woman who is basically,
was she American?
Yeah,
she was.
Yeah,
Amy Adams' character.
Yeah.
I thought she was British.
Well, then she had a shitty accent.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the impression she was American and just had affectations.
I thought she was British and had, as you say, a shitty accent.
But this woman, I hate to throw this word around because like a lot of people do, and I never do, but Amy Adams' character is basically a slut. I mean, there's no getting around it.
Oh, she's a hoe.
Yeah, she's sleeping around with like 3 different guys just for what they can give her.
Now, because I don't want to ruin anything for any man out there, especially me. We're not saying she's a hoe or a slut for sleeping around, because I encourage women to explore their sexuality. Please.
I cast no judgments.
Yeah, sleep around as much as men do.
Right.
But when you sleeping around just to see how much cash or some shit you can get or a job from some guy,
yeah,
you a hoe.
Yeah, exactly. If she was sleeping around because she enjoyed sex and just didn't want to settle on anybody, I'm like, hey, sweetheart,
yeah,
more power to you.
Yeah, can I get a number?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, where do I get a wristband for that? Especially if it's Amy Adams,
Hell yeah.
That's a hot chick.
Oh, boy, that girl's hot. Redhead too? Natural redhead?
Yeah, I'm surprised Cyrus wasn't there because he's all about the redheads.
Oh, I know.
They get him in trouble every time.
Yeah, I ain't going to say nothing about
that. But yeah, she's just trying to get shit from people, he's got a cash and a place I can stay. Oh, he's got a part to play for me. It's like, okay, well then, get the hell away from me.
And then this what made me mad about the movie. She turns around, they try to make you feel all sympathetic for her because she says, I've never had anything all my life and I just can't get back out on the streets. And what else am I supposed to do? Get a fucking job. That's what you do.
Yeah, it's tiresome watching her. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, her character is ultimately unlikable. That's what I found. As much as you're supposed to like her, it's like, I didn't like her at all.
So then what she's doing, she's trying to be an actress.
Right.
So she's sleeping around just to see who can get her the best role or who can introduce her to somebody who can get her a good role.
Oh, but don't forget, we got the one poor guy, the musician, who's genuinely in love with her. He's just pouring his heart out to her. And she's just like listening to him like, So anyway, this guy's going to give me a part to play. And we're supposed to feel sorry for this guy. Because he's the one who's truly in love. And you know what? I say fuck that guy too. It's like, because I'm like, hey, I'm not going to feel for this guy because, hey, look who he's in love with. I mean, what kind of virtue is there in being in love with a girl just because she's pretty and yet she's got no value system?
Yeah, he's poor, but here's the thing. He's got good looks and he's got talent. He can play the piano. Now, if he was an ugly son of a bitch who was sitting up there playing the triangle, I'd be like, hey, okay, so she's attracted to you. You have a chance with her. Oh, by all means, do what you got to do. But I'm like, man, you can get somebody else.
Exactly.
I mean, you put yourself in this position.
That's how I felt. You put yourself in this position. Yeah, you sitting over there feeling sad because she just got engaged to this guy. It's like, hey, you pull that on yourself.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe he's like trying to pull some game on her. Maybe that's his revenge. He's gonna like get her and leave her ass in New York somewhere by herself.
Well, whatever. You got Miss Pettigrew here, who's got this job under false pretenses, but the woman has fallen for. She's attached herself to her and takes her out to get a makeover because basically that's all any woman needs is a good makeover.
Oh yeah, once you get a makeover, life just turns around.
Exactly, and then suddenly now another rich guy is interested in her. Maybe love will blossom between them, and Miss Pettigrew will live one more day. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, come on, because no, that's okay. Because Miss Pettigrew starts out the movie looking like a rat that pretty much just crawled out of some trash can or something.
Yeah, she's just one step away from being a Nanny McPhee, which really, you know what? You watch this movie. I don't know if you thought this, but it just seemed to me like, was this role written for Emma Thompson and she was just too busy, so they got Frances McDormand instead?
Man, I like Frances McDormand though. I thought she did a great job. It's just funny because they give her a makeover. Let's face it, it ain't that much of a makeover. No. All they do is they comb her hair because her hair looks like a fucking bird's nest.
Exactly.
And then they take those nasty ass homeless clothes off of her, and that's it. And she had the accent down. She was great, but the character of Miss Pettigrew, I can't stand. Miss Pettigrew was weird for no reason.
Yeah.
She was all jumpy and like she runs into a guy who accidentally knocks her suitcase over. The only thing that all she owns are 5 pair of drawers, and she just runs away like, oh. And
I know. It was like Stepin Fetchit seeing a ghost on a train or something. The way she ran away.
Yeah, it's like what did you see? It was a dude that bumped into you. Why are you running away? Miss Pettigrew needs to get laid.
Pretty much. That's what they should have called it.
It is.
Pettigrew Gets Laid.
Because that would have solved that all right there.
I mean, really, the characters are very two-dimensional, and there's just not a lot of payoff to it.
No.
It's almost a Lifetime. You know what? I would say it's a Lifetime movie, but actually, to be honest, I know people saw this and they're like, oh, it's so charming, but to me, it felt like a high school play.
Exactly. And that was the biggest problem for me is the dialogue. I can even, if they were going for screwball, that's fine. But the dialogue is what I think doesn't work these days.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like very much like a high school play.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Pettigrew, could you hand me my coat? Well, your coat has been touched by many men, ma'am. It's just like,
and that's it. And you know what? You hear Corey do that with that voice and you think, oh, he's exaggerating. But he's not.
No, it was just like that.
It was dead on like that. And, to pull something like this off, okay, maybe you want to stick strictly to the script, but you have good actors. And hey, you get Amy Adams and Frances McDormand in there. That's a good start. But then you got people like, I don't know the kid's name, but whoever was playing the guy who was producing the play, that guy was a terrible actor. And he really drug it down to the high school level.
Oh, I don't know if he's British for real or not, but there is such a thing as being too goddamn British.
Yeah.
And really, that's what bothered me about the play. I couldn't tell who was putting on a fake British accent and who couldn't. I mean, who could do it, who couldn't, who was fake, who wasn't. And just the rhythm of the dialogue was just, like you said, very high school. So one of the things I did like about the movie, though, is I don't know who that actor is. Do you know his name?
I looked it
rich
up.
Designer.
Yeah. I looked it up. He's Irish. Syrian. I know who you're talking about.
Because I can't ever tell what the hell he is.
Right.
Wait a minute. Let me look his name up. Hold on. Yeah, I got him up on IMDb here. Syrian Hines. What you say? It's Celtic.
Yeah. A Celtic name. You never know how it's pronounced until it's actually said.
I've seen that, like you said. I've seen him play so many different kinds of races. Do you remember him in Munich?
Yes.
And then he played, I think, Cuban
in
one movie. He's played American. I don't know who the hell this dude is.
No, but I think he's, I'm pretty sure he's Irish.
I think I heard him speak Klingon once. So I don't know what the hell this dude is. but yeah, but I thought that he was great in the movie.
Sure.
I loved him.
He's got a presence. He comes on and you want to like him. He's just one of those guys.
And I'll admit to you, at the end of the movie, the only thing that saved it for me, that kept me from really, really disliking this movie, is I really thought it was sweet, but the romance between him and Frances McDormand.
Sure.
As short as it was, for some reason, it came off convincingly.
See, okay, for me, that's like Crouching Tiger syndrome, where hey, these two older characters, the romance between them, that's what I'm interested in. Unfortunately, the movie is focusing on all these younger people who I don't give two shits about.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't hate it as much as you do. In fact, I won't even say I hate it. I will go as far as to give this a rental.
Really? Mm-hmm. You know what? I don't quite want to go some old bullshit just because I didn't like it. So I guess I'm a roll around rental also, because I know there's an audience for it, and I'm not that audience.
Yeah, and keep in mind, you made a good point right there. I don't think we're the audience for it, because a lot of people did come out liking it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like the style of this movie.
Yeah, and I respect that people came out liking it. But it's weird to me because there's so much about this movie that I would think that I would like about it. When I saw the trailer for it, I thought, oh, I want to see this. When I think about the elements of it, there's a lot of things in it that I like. And yet, this actual movie, did not like it at all.
Yeah. No, I like the Art Deco style in it, though. I've always liked that kind of style.
Sure.
And this takes place, we talked about this, it takes place in London.
Right.
On the verge of World War II.
At the end of the 30s or beginning of the 40s, because World War II is just starting up, and the older characters, Frances McDormand and the guy we're talking about, they remember the First World War, and they're talking about how the younger people don't. Yeah,
and it was cool seeing that style. I mean, I didn't know that kind of Art Deco style was as international as it was, so that was kind of cool.
And you know what? The whole idea of the impending war that they remember, the other people don't, that's an element I really like about it, and I just so wish it could have explored that better.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many directions that this movie could have taken that I would have liked it better for, too. I mean, what do we know? And the thing is, we sound like a bunch of ignorant brothers sitting up here half the time talking about, man, this movie was boring. Trying to be all artsy and shit. No, we kind of like those movies. If anything, we probably didn't like this movie because it was too broad.
Right. Exactly.
It's just not my style. That's personal for me.
Right. And you know, there's times when I will like a broad comedy, especially when it's a period broad comedy, but it's got to really hit me with something funny. And this just wasn't.
Yeah, no, it didn't work for me either. So whatever. Miss Pettigrew gets laid for a day. All right, so we got that review done right there. So let's go back to our regularly scheduled broadcaster. No, let's go back to the bullshit session we had before.
With a couple of cold ones, even though we aren't drinking anything.
No, what were we talking about? We mentioned something about something in the news. Oh, you did. This is kind of not about movies, but it is entertainment. So I think it counts. They're doing a spinoff of Family Guy about Cleveland, and you did the
I wrote the blog about it. I posted about the news of that.
And my question to you was, why Cleveland?
No, that was my question when I read it. That's why I thought it was so interesting. It's like, wow, of all those characters, they chose Cleveland.
And I'm glad to see the brother on that show get his own show. I mean, you know, I'm behind the cars and everything. I'm off with a good fight, but Cleveland really was better as a side character. Now, I shouldn't say was. We haven't seen his show yet.
Hey man, think about it. Of all those characters that were on Cheers, would you have picked Frasier to do the spinoff of?
That's excellent point.
But it was a great show.
Excellent point. And Cleveland does make me laugh every time he comes on. For those of you who don't know who Cleveland is or don't watch Family Guy, well, I'm not going to explain Family Guy to you, but everybody knows Cleveland. I have to say, he's the black dude.
Right.
He's the one that talks like this. Right. Peter, you're going to speak at the Million Man March and piss off all the black men. You know, that kind of thing. So
it's funny because that voice will double for Kermit the Frog and Ray Romano.
Ray Romano, yeah. And they did do that on the show one time. I think they had like all of them sitting in a room, Cleveland, Kermit the Frog, Ray Romano, and somebody else. You fucking nigger. Well, we had to go there, didn't we? But so I'm curious to see what they will do with the Cleveland show. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just curious why they didn't. And maybe that's the case. Maybe they thought back and said, you know, the most obvious choice would be what's the hornet guy on there? Quagmire.
I mean, it could be one of these things where you go like, okay, if we do Joe, it's going to be cripple jokes. If we do Quagmire, it's going to be sex offender jokes. And if it's Cleveland, we're going to do black jokes. And when you look at a book of who you got the most jokes of, there's an endless number of black jokes.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, that list goes on and on.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm worried about. I'm thinking, is it... Oh, shit, I'm spiking on the mic. I'm thinking, is this shit going to piss me off? I mean, that's my real worry.
Plus, you know, Quagmire is going to be dropping by every other episode.
Oh, yeah, Quagmire ain't going nowhere. Quagmire pretty much, every show is his show.
Yeah, just know, next will be another spinoff called Giggity Giggity.
So I'm looking forward to the Quagmire show. We talked about this last night, and the only comic book person there was Cyrus. You being probably the biggest comic book person out of all of us.
Okay.
I won't even say probably. Wow, you are.
Wow, you call me a comic book person instead of geek or freak. I appreciate that.
No.
That's some nice respect. Okay.
No, you assholes are people too. No. So, what did you think about the Iron Man trailer, the new trailer that they released?
Oh, you know what? I barely saw it. I mean, it looked cool. I mean, the thing is, as much as I'm into, comics, what I'm not into is movie trailers. People ask me all the time, you see that trailer? What'd you think of it? And I have to tell them, like, you have no idea how many trailers I've seen, and so many of them have been deceptive. Some make you think a movie is going to be good when it's not. Some make you think a movie is going to be going to suck when it doesn't. Mm-hmm. So, you can show me a trailer all day and night. It don't matter till I actually see the movie.
I would like to say that. I really would. But I have to admit that I saw one shot in that trailer that looked fake to me. But I'm not. I'm beating a dead horse here. And I'm not going to.
I saw a shot in the trailer that looked fake to me too. I saw some of them that look awesome. It's like it's all going to depend on the context.
Yeah. So okay, well, we covered all that last night. I don't want to beat it into the ground. I just wanted to get your opinion because you are the biggest comic book person here.
True. I mean, I'm going to say I'm excited about Iron Man just because by the fact that they chose Robert Downey Jr. To play Tony Stark. I mean, he's a goddamn good ass actor.
Yeah, he is. No,
he's the kind of guy you could take the world's worst movie and you put him in it, and his scenes will be good.
Yeah, no,
they'll be interesting if nothing else.
No, and I agree with that. And Tony Stark's a drunk. Robert Downey Jr. is a drunk. I mean,
exactly.
And everybody's talking about that. And they said, I wonder what Robert Downey Jr. did. If he thought about that, I wonder if he went in and like walked in. Yeah.
Like he's like, oh yeah, this would be a way for me to make some money and I can do the projects I want. And then later he's reading some Iron Man's going like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm drunk right now reading this. I can do this role. Shit, he probably walked into the audition drunk, and they're like, "Oh shit, you don't even have to say nothing, man. You got it."
I know.
It'd be funny. He walked in. Robert Downey Jr. walked in drunk with nothing but a pair of boxers and an Iron Man mask.
Because if Dean Martin was still alive, he would have got that role.
Oh, Dean Martin. You kids don't remember Dean Martin, man. But Dean Martin, back in the day, now this is before our time, back in the day, the Rat Pack, those motherfuckers used to go on the Tonight Show drunk.
Yeah.
They used to do concerts drunk. You can find clips of Dean Martin on YouTube where he's doing a holiday show drunk.
Oh, yeah. No. Dean Martin was famous for being drunk and always having a drink in his hand. You know, he'd do those Dean Martin roasts every Friday, roasting somebody. He'd be up there drunk, just laughing his ass off. And supposedly, the rumor is like, oh, he was just kid. He was just like, that was his persona, and he was just playing it up. I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah.
Like he's some kind of goddamn Bruce Wayne drinking, tonic water and pretending like it's champagne. Like, nah, motherfucker, you were drunk.
No, you were fucked up.
That wasn't no Dr. Pepper.
I was at the Alamo Drafthouse. That's one of the theaters here in town, for those of you who don't know Austin that well. It's voted best theater in America by the Entertainment Weekly.
Exactly.
Great place. And before the movie starts, they show clips of whatever the theme of the movie is being shown. And I think we were watching, I don't know, Ocean's 11 or something. I don't know. It was something. But they showed a clip of Dean Martin doing a Christmas special. And that motherfucker's face was all red.
Yeah.
He was kind of forgetting the words. And you could tell he didn't give a shit because he was kind of giggling while he was sitting up there looking at the camera.
No. My dad was a drunk. I know a drunk when I see one.
No, I mean, our dads are old school. My dad's 85, man. My dad, I'm going to be honest with you people. My dad is on his deathbed. Where he is right now, this is what he's going to see the day he dies. I hate to be cruel.
Hey, he's in that hospital bed with a bottle of Crown Royal.
Exactly.
Right under his pillow,
yelling at nurses and shit, grabbing ass and everything. I mean, the last vision he's gonna see is that dude who's sitting in the VA next to him with a helmet on his head. That's just gonna.
Nurse is like, why do we keep finding these purple bags in here?
Yeah, the round Crown Royal bags, and my dad's in there. Come here, girl. But my dad used to get drunk. And it's hard for me to say. I think my dad went through a small little bout of alcoholism because my mom used to say he's cool most of the time, but every now and then he'll come home drunk and get mad as hell, or he'll come home drunk and just be happy.
That's funny because my dad used to go through these small bouts of being sober.
Our dad's kind of reversed. We should have got them together. They could have balanced each other out. They could have been drunk all the time together.
It'd be like Ralph and Sam, that cartoon sheepdog in the wolf.
Yeah, train place at the bar.
Morning Sam.
Yeah. No, my dad used to come in. He was either come in happy or sad. I remember one time he came in happy. I was like, oh, shit, it's happy dad tonight. And he tried to sit down. I missed that chair. And mood just changed. He was pissed. And because I came up to him, I said, hey, Pop, you all right? And he's like, yeah, I'm all right. What the fuck? I just fell out of a chair, that's all. Looking at me, I was like, damn, I know your pride is hurting and everything, but you the one on the ground. I can kick you in your head right now. You better care how the fuck you talk to me. No, it wasn't like that. But,
I hope not.
No, it wasn't that bad, but he did get offended. I was like, can I help you? And he they looked at me like, I've been in World War II, motherfucker. Get your hands off me. What? So your dad was your dad was a drunk, huh?
All right, here's the thing about my dad. I don't know how much we want to go into our family history.
No, you got it now, people. You gonna listen to this?
All right. You get an accurate picture of my dad. What you want to do is look at like the Robert De Niro movies where he mostly played a psycho. Like it used to be like, okay, Raging Bull was a movie like me and my younger brother, we look at like, that's our dad right there. That's him. That's until we saw The Fan. I was like, oh, no. That's him. Robert De Niro in The Fan, that's my dad. And then I saw This Boy's Life. I had to call my brother. I'm like, this is the movie you got to watch. This is him right here.
So your dad was the black Robert De Niro.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice. I mean, well, he didn't ever come in and pull a bat to your head or something like Al Capone and the Untouchables, did he?
yeah, I did that a couple times.
Sitting up there trying to eat your cereal. He's walking around the table.
This family is like a baseball team.
Yeah, and your brother's up there. Yeah,
Come on, Dad, I don't have time for this right now.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking. Look up with Cheerios all in your face. Sorry, Dad. I got a true story for you, though, while we're talking about dads, and I'm going to leave it alone because a lot of people don't believe me when I tell them this, but my dad was sitting at the table one day, and I don't know what happened. I just got in from school. He was quiet, and my mom was quiet. I knew some shit had gone down. And I said, all right, well, I'm just not going to say anything because only one spark could set them off. It was quiet for a long time. So I said, oh, I guess that's cool. I guess they kind of cooled off. So I was in my room and I heard this bling, clang, 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 clang. And I walked out.
Hot grits on
I walked out. I ran out to the living room and I saw a pan flying across the room and my mom just running the hell out the house as fast as she could. And I looked over my dad and he was sizzling. She cooked up some grease.
Holy shit.
And threw it on my dad. Now, I shouldn't say funny, but here's the funny part. My dad he wanted to get up and run after, but he was kind of hurt. He's like, fuck, dog. And then the preacher was coming up.
And the preacher was Al Green.
Yeah.
Like, I had that happen to me.
Let me sit down and tell you about it. At least it wasn't hot grits. I still got grits on me. No, it was
hot grits will make you do right.
Not making want to do right. Shit. The preacher came over, and so my dad saw him come in because I swear to God, I'm not making this up. My preacher came up right as my mom was right out. He's like, Irma, where you going? And he just walked on in. He's like, Corey, everything all right? Willie, and that's my dad. Willie, everything okay? And he's like, preacher, come on in and sit down. So my dad was trying to play it cool, right? So he got a towel, put it over the side of his body that was sizzling. And he sat up there and tried to talk to the preacher. And he's like, so what's going on at the church? We need to talk about the finances. And he's like, yeah. So during the collection this month, and my dad was just over there, you could tell like every now and then he was like, yeah, well, see, preacher, we're short this month because we. Oh my God. And you could hear like, okay, I'm exaggerating. You could hear bacon frying on his skin. No, but he had a towel on him. He was trying to look all cool and shit. And I was like, damn. And I asked my mom, I said, what the hell happened that you had to pour hot grease on Dad? I don't understand that. And she said, I just couldn't take it no more. And I was like, oh my, come here. What happened? What wrong? What happened? What went wrong? And she was like, he lost my bingo stopper. What are those things? Those I don't play bingo. It's like those things that you dapple with. Like it's a little ink thing.
What, an ink pad? Or
what? No, it's like these. Fuck, I don't play bingo. My mom was a bingo fanatic. And it was this little dapper. I don't know what the name of this thing is, but I asked my mom, I was like, let's just call it the bingo bottle.
Okay, all right,
I was like, what happened, Ma? And she's like, he lost my bingo bottle. And I was like, that's it? And she's like, you don't understand. And that's when I really realized, like, holy shit, and this led to another problem. My mom's got kind of a gambling problem.
Oh.
That's a story for another day, but I was like,
man.
What the fuck kind of family right here? Great people. Don't get me wrong. They're lovely people. But let me just say that 2 years ago, I spent New Year's Eve in a local casino with my mom, watching her play slots.
Man, I've known you for about, 15 years? I've never heard any of this.
Oh, I swear to God, I hope my mom doesn't hear any of this because she's going to be like, Corey, what the fuck are you telling these lies for? I'm like, I'm not telling these lies. It's true.
Why you putting my business on Front Street, Corey?
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling it like it is. So anyway, family revelations right here. Before we go, speaking of being crippled, you mentioned something about a bunch of crippled jokes, and that brought me to a joke that we made about Asperger's syndrome. Now, you remember that story I told you about Asperger's syndrome?
Yes, I do. That's one of my favorite stories.
I told that yesterday.
Did you?
And lo and behold, somebody wrote in saying, I have Asperger's syndrome. And I was feeling kind of bad. I was like, oh shit, I didn't think anybody was.
I know a lot of kids who have Asperger's syndrome.
I will really, because I will admit, I don't understand the nature of it.
Well, it's a form of autism, just not as extreme as most autisms. But, I mean, it's like what you experience. Like most kids if you look out there and you see a kid who you think is just like super nerdy, like Napoleon Dynamite-ish.
Yeah, exactly. That's Asperger's syndrome.
Yeah, they have Asperger's syndrome.
Yeah, because I told that story and I mentioned how I was in.
What was that?
That was I went to my profile here and
it started playing the music.
Start playing music. Yeah, hold on.
You got that thug in love.
I'm looking up the email right here. Because I'll be the first to tell you, I thought Asperger's syndrome was always extreme, and just like you're telling me right now, people can have it and not seem that socially awkward.
Right. Like yeah, the kids that you were talking to had it to the extreme, but there's milder forms of it where people can function and lead normal lives.
Oh, okay. Here it is. Yeah,
but it'll be a normal life where everybody around them thinks they're weird.
Well, apparently some celebrities have a case of Asperger's syndrome.
Really? Like
yeah.
Who?
I don't know. I was talking about it. I thought you told me that actually. But here's the email. It says it's from a guy named Ryan. I don't think it's the Ryan that got pissed off at me once. But Ryan says, "Hey Corey, what's up? Big fan of the site. But I was watching your couple of cold ones with co-host Edie and Cyrus, and ironically enough, I have Asperger's syndrome. I wasn't offended or anything, but even though Asperger's syndrome is a certain form of autism, the people that suffer from it aren't mentally challenged. That's a common misconception. But if you want any info or anything, I'd be more than happy to give you some. And once again, love the site. Best on the internet."
There's a lot of them who are the very definition of idiot savant.
Yeah.
They could be super intelligent in certain areas.
Yeah.
But socially, their social skills.
Socially retarded.
yeah, pretty much. The ones who are weirdly loners, who say inappropriate things, who speak like Klingons and hang on to the facts so much and don't make eye contact. Like not making eye contact is one of the big things about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ryan and anybody else out there who has Asperger's syndrome, look, we're going to make jokes and we're going to continue to make jokes that's going to offend somebody, but we're not malicious about it.
Seriously, to anybody who's like, on our site, watching our reviews and anything, if you get offended, I just want you to stop and think about all the jokes you listen to us tell about other people
right
where
before
you didn't get offended. Hey, it spun around and got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't sit there and get mad.
We sat up here and talked about black people.
Exactly.
We're black. We talked about white.
You laughed at the black jokes. You laughed at the Mexican jokes. You laughed at the gay jokes.
Laughed at the robot jokes, and those are the ones who suffer the most, man.
Yeah, you laughed at all our misogynistic jokes.
Exactly.
So, suddenly we talk about Asperger's and you got it. You want to get mad. You need to check yourself
before you before you riggedy wreck yourself.
Exactly.
So, if you haven't known us long enough, you'll soon realize we have very backwards ass apologies.
That's true.
We'll come out and say, look, we're really sorry, man. We didn't know that. But fuck you. It's funny.
Yeah.
We like it anyway.
It's that I'm really sorry you got offended by what I said. Now I'm sorry I said it, but I'm sorry that you couldn't take it.
Yeah. No, Ryan, we're just messing with you, man. We're giving it to you just like we do anybody else. And we didn't mean anything by it. If you want to send me more information on Asperger's syndrome, I'll gladly delete that email. No. No, I'm kidding, man.
Now go back to playing your chaotic elf in your D&D group and leave us the fuck alone.
See, this is where he thinks we're being real assholes. We are messing around with you so much. It's not even funny. We understand where you're coming from.
Right.
Send me the information, seriously, because I am genuinely curious about it, and I would like to learn more, because I'll be the first to tell you, I was making a joke out of ignorance. It ain't going to stop me, but
man, the way you say that, send me that information. I'd like to learn more. Like little stars going to go up, like, the more you know. Yeah. like the end of a G.I. Joe episode.
Yeah, exactly. Learning.
And knowing's half the battle. Except there's no cure for this.
Exactly. So, I'm sorry. I'm pulling up an email here from Alex Hacker.
Okay.
And I'm gonna end with this. He did make a request, and it's kind of an interesting story behind him.
Okay. Alex
says, "I've been getting messages all week long asking me if my mom's a critic. So if you could address what my mom actually does on the next Akauko, that would help me out a lot. It would save me from sending like 10 of the same emails out. Thanks, sincerely, Alex."
What does his mom do? I don't have a reference for this.
His mother is from what I understand, and I'm not going to go back and find the original email where he told me, but it's pretty impressive, and I would really like to know more. Alex's mother has won a Grammy, and a Peabody, and I think maybe even an Oscar. I'm not sure.
Wow.
She is a writer and a producer. And
she's my new best friend.
Exactly.
What's her name again?
And I think she has Asperger's syndrome. And Alex could be lying. Alex could be some kid in the projects.
And she's an astronaut and a fisherman.
Yeah, Alex lives in a trailer, and his mom works down at the Denny's. You know, Alex, quit lying, man. No, Alex, I'll take his word. But I really want to know more, Alex. I'm going to go back and look up the email. But apparently, his mother's a writer, a producer, and has won numerous awards. And the reason why that came up is because the guy who won for best documentary, I think, documentary short, he wrote in and said, "It's funny. My mom just had dinner with that guy a couple of days ago." And I said, "What the fuck your mom having dinner with him for?" I'm like, what happened? And he's like, "Yeah, my mom's a writer." So I was like, and she says, "Oh, she's a critic also." And he said that she really likes you guys, and coming from her, that kind of means a lot because she's pretty rough.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Let it be rough on us, man. And we appreciate the compliment. I'm going to be rough on that Moons Over Miami when I go to Denny's. I'm going to criticize that pretty hard.
Fill out a comment card.
Yeah, exactly. These eggs are raw. Get the fuck out of here. No, Alex, I hope that clears it up, man. And really, I do want to learn more about what your mom does. And, hey, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, cool.
Shit, my mom was a janitor, so.
In a drum.
Yeah. And she threw grease on my dad. So. That was her occupation, running from my dad.
Love will make you do right. Make you come home early.
So that's a couple of cold ones with you and I, even though we didn't have a couple of cold ones tonight. No, man, I've been drinking all weekend. I don't need anything like that. And you got to get up and go to work. So.
Exactly.
So see, this is what I like. Being here with two people, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. We should do this more often.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm thinking about. Here's my idea, people, and you tell me what you think about this. I don't like doing it with a bunch of people, so I would like to do this in rotation with everybody when everybody has a chance. I mean, it doesn't have to be regular. Carlisle and I would probably do it every Sunday because he has to do it at 2 a.m, and I'm up that late. But if we do it earlier, I'll let you know. Maybe you can come by on a Sunday where I record with you, and then he comes in later.
Not at 2 a.m, but yeah.
No, I'm saying like earlier in the day.
Sure. Oh, yeah, definitely.
We'll figure it out. But you people tell me what you think about that. And again, I need help with figuring out how to take calls for the show. I got a couple of suggestions. I don't know if they really work. So you people do your homework and come back with me on that. Anyway, that's it for tonight.
Good night, everybody. I had a good time.
Oh, I had a great time, man. Thanks. I'm looking for the button here. Feel like my dad right now. I'm drunk.